one last quick video on exercise, because this is something that a couple of you asked me about beforehand with your concerns, because you train quite heavily, and I think I have touched on this briefly in the other video, but the reason I wanted to just quickly make a point of it is on the documentation, because the Detox, the way Ellen has set it up, is mainly initially tailored for those wanted to lose weight and kickstart their body into that. She does at the bottom of each day, like say, do these exercises, and you don't have to do those. I don't do them. I just carry on with my normal training regime. If you can do the Detox without doing any training at all. If you've never done any type of exercise before, you could just follow the guide that she says on there. It's literally just listed like, I don't know, 1 minute plank, or like 10 sit-ups, that type of thing. It's not major exercise, but that might be a little challenge for you. They might think I'm into, personally, for years I never did any exercise or training unless it was fun. Riding a bike with my friends, going for a walk. That was it. No, literally. And then I remember came to a point of my life, and I was like, I think I need to kind of introduce this into my body now at the stage I'm at. And since then, I've never looked back. I absolutely love it. Physically, mentally, it's just amazing. I feel so empowered when I train as a person, and invigorated, especially when I run alongside good nutrition. So some of you, this might be like you've never thought of that before, and this might be a little good introduction, a starter to that. So I encourage you to follow what she says on the bottom. But if you already train, it's fine. Carry on with your normal training regime. That's what I do. You may find it a little bit more difficult on the fast days, because there is usually a fast there's about 3 fasts, I think, during the period of time, 3 or 4. And those are the harder days I find to train, but just adjust your training accordingly to that. And you are still drinking water, and most of the fasts anyway, you'll notice, will run overnight. So whatever time we have our last evening meal, then our fast starts at that point, to allow our guts a bit of a rest, kind of like regroup and reorganize itself. And maybe the low carb, and you may find training a little bit difficult the first week while your body's adjusting. That's also okay. Just be mindful of what your body's doing, and just take your time. If you stick with it, my absolute promise is that you will feel amazing at the end of it, and you will actually probably find that if you're a person who trains a lot anyway, that this really kind of like elevates what you're trying to do in your training regime. By second week, and definitely by the end of the Detox, and kind of springboards you onwards in your training objectives. But for those of you who maybe physically can't exercise, it doesn't appeal to you, you can't fit it in with your daily routine, fine, don't stress about it. The main thing is, like I said, you're making small changes. One of the phrases that I think she uses a lot in the Detox is to remind ourselves throughout this Detox, we need to be thinking of food as fuel, and nutrition as fuel for our bodies to be able to function in the way it needs to function, not for pleasure, which is like my relationship with food. I love food, all food, everywhere. I am not a fuss eater. I just love food and good food. And so obviously the food that we will be eating will become quite refined and focused, because we are training our bodies back into functioning at its best, basically. And like I said, running an irrigation throughout our body. A power flush. It's a power flush. That's what I'm going to use from now on, a power flush. Anyway, so not to be shy if you currently train, just be aware of your body and take your time. And if you on a weight loss journey, then doing some of the, but you're not training, do some of your exercise ideas might be good. If you don't want to do it all, that's fine. Just stick to doing the detox purely just to flush your system out. And yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Bye.